Good morning, traders. Hope everyone had a blessed New Year's. Good morning, YouTubers and Discord. And my apology for making that change last night. I just had to do it. I could not hold back. I saw a disadvantage for some people. So I had to update the code on Dominator Master. And the reason I did that is because it restricted you to not being able to set how many of these bars you wanted to monitor. And there was a disadvantage because it was set to 2, and if you were watching a 5-minute chart, you had no way to monitor the 5-minute candle. So the way you change that is you go into your studies, edit studies, look for Dominator here, you click the gear icon. This number right here lets you know how many, you can choose how many bars you want to monitor. So if you're on a 5-minute chart, you want to set it to 1 so you can monitor just that 5-minute chart. But when we're on 1-minute chart, you can monitor 2 for a better average. And I just posted the code. I should have done that last night as well. Not expecting too much to happen this morning. We'll see how the day goes. Everybody just coming back from their holiday finally. Back road bound, that's probably because you don't know how to use this one yet. But you can use either one you want. It doesn't matter to me. I definitely like to see the buyers and the sellers in one little bar, because sometimes on the line indicator, the buyers were coming down and you couldn't really tell how equal they were. Kind of guess you could, but this way lets you know the volume spike as well. Just like now, it was giving a demonstration as I was talking, and you can see how much volume came into that current candle up here. You can't tell that in the Dominator with the lines. If you didn't catch in the video, you're only monitoring this one candle, this one bar. You're not monitoring the whole list. This is just the history of the past. Now you can see all the sellers in that candle. And over here, you can see the percentages of the buyers and the sellers in the last 2 candles. Because I'm on a 1-minute chart, I can flip it over to a 2-minute. Can flip the Dominator over to 1, and I can monitor just this one candle. But to me, it was too jumpy, and I think it's better to get an average of 2 1-minute candles instead of 1. So you're watching the sellers and the buyers in this one candle, and how tall it gets is your volume. All right, let's see how it goes. Good luck. I'm not seeing anything really jumping hard yet. If you're new here, we're watching the volume spike area here. We want to see these numbers take off. That tells us one of the stocks are starting to move. Once we see a volume spike here, we will click on it and we'll check the volume here to make sure it's got enough volume for us to get in and get out safely. If it does, we confirm the crossover of these two swing lines and that we have an arrow telling us where the crossover of those two lines are. And you'll see the price take off. This one, for instance, is pulling back. The lines have now reversed. That's all we do in pre-market is watch this column, click it, check the volume, check that we have a crossover of these lines and that the stock is taking off. Henry, they're both pre-market scans. This one is just coded with the after hours script that comes with ThinkorSwim. This one I coded myself. It seems to work a lot better than the default after hours script in ThinkorSwim, but I run both of them because they both show different stocks at times. So this one is Premarket Risers Custom, and this one is just Premarket Risers. You can find both of those scans in TOS Scans on Discord. Make sure your chart is set on EXT or you won't be able to make a trade. That tall candle wicks on this one, but sometimes that don't matter in pre-market. Very low volume. It's not really ticking off like we want it to for scalping. See, we can tell the story now about this stock. There's more sellers and there's more buyers now. I think it's going to help out a whole bunch once you get used to this new indicator. Especially this label really put the top to it. I mean, this is the icing on the cake right here. Mike can trade just off the label. But I like watching all of it. As we learn it, we're still learning it. Remember, every time I release a new indicator, we're learning. So be careful on trusting it for your trades because you don't really know it yet. Joel, I got to stop coding or we're not going to have enough monitors. I think we're at a good point in life and trading where we need to just stop, take a long break, and learn what we have. I guess it's good to have that issue where you need to run everything that was created. It tells me it's all working. I mean, I could use 2 monitors just for scans. You are welcome, Kenny. Y'all apply it like you need it to work for you. I put these things out there. I don't care if you modify them for yourself. Just don't modify them and pass them out to other members. I'll never be able to keep up with all the changes. That's the reason for that rule. Just keep them to yourself. I don't care if you modify them. Just don't share them, or I'll have one big mess on my hands. Sonia, I hope I never figure that out. My phone bugs me enough already. It's kind of hard to even keep the terms of this Discord going, even though I say post all support questions in support. After I upgraded last night, I get 15 links are broken, direct messages. Please post your support questions in support. Do not direct message me links are broken. I know we have a Schwab issue. I can't control it. It doesn't do you any good to message me the link is broken. Let's keep all of the support questions over in support. That way I don't check direct messages for support questions. Gigi, you're going to have to test it. I haven't tried it, just like you haven't. Everything is brand new, and we're at a new day and a new year. Praise the Lord, we made it to another one. Unfortunately, we had to ban another member for profanity and being rude to everyone. Just know that we don't tolerate that kind of stuff, and we don't want to ban anyone. But if it comes to that point, you're out the door. Try to keep everything normal here. We don't tolerate attitude very much. And I want to thank the moderators for doing their job. When that happened, I was not available. Good morning, MDV. I'll do a walkthrough in a few minutes for the newcomers. Thank you for joining us this morning. If you haven't hit the like button on this stream, please do so. Also click the notification bell so you'll know when I go live. And comment on the live stream. That helps us keep the ratings up. HLTH 20-cent stock. That's why it's not firing on my things. Well, it did now in the custom script. Don't buy stocks just cheap, but some of you might. Morning, Gregory. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to go say that now because there's so many of you. I used to have roll call. I can't do that no more. It takes too long to do roll call, and that's a good thing. Thank you, Lord. Okay, I don't think you want my layout. It goes to 5 monitors. All you got to do is watch the video. There's a video on splitting up detaching your windows, and I think it says multiple monitors on the video. It teaches you how I did this. I just detached windows and drug them over there. I don't even think that when you share your layout, it may just show the main screen that I trade off of. It's not going to give you the entire thing. And everybody wants this setup, but you can create this setup yourself. It's not hard. Just detach your chart, resize it, drag it to a window, detach your watch list, put it beside it. It's not hard to do. Peterson, that's my slogan. You got to earn it, right? I don't know, Clash. Maybe we need 42-inch monitors now. Maybe we're going to end up with a projection monitor on the wall so we can get 100 inches. Yeah, can you imagine setting alerts? How annoying that would be on all of this stuff. It would like the alert would never quit. So if you're just joining us, we're watching this volume spike indicator for anything that's taking off. When you see volume spikes happening, the stock will make its way up to the top. And we click on it, check the volume first, make sure there's a lot of volume flying. Just so you know, I'm running 4 27-inch monitors plus the 17 on the laptop. And I really wished I had 2 more. I would like to monitor all of the scans. We have some really great scans. Of course, I'll always have more scans than monitors, but I would like to monitor more than just 11 scans. All right, since it's slow, I'll do the walkthrough. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a coder, and I've been coding for about 15 years. And as you can tell on the screen, I've learned a little bit too much because I can't quit coding. It's just I've overloaded it, I think. But it's a good thing. Everything I created is working fantastic. So if you're new here, we're watching this volume spike indicator. And once this indicator takes off, we click on it. We check that the volume is rapidly rising or falling so that we can make a decision if we want to get in or not. Up here, you're seeing the swing combo indicator that's been fine-tuned with only the arrows when we get a crossover. You may want to use the other one if you want. I prefer this one because this is what happens after the crossover, and I don't want to get caught in it. Down here, we monitor this volume label. It tells us if there's more buyers or more sellers in the entire volume of the stock. And recently, we released the Dominator Master. That's it down here. I converted those lines into bars so we can tell the the volume within that candle above, and the buyers and sellers within that candle above. And we can see the percentage of the buyers and the sellers here. I have my dominator set to 2. That means I'm monitoring and getting an average of buyers and sellers off of these 2 bars. I think on a 1-minute chart, if I were to monitor just one candle, it would be too radical for me. Maybe you want to try it. It may suit your needs. To get all of these scripts, you have to go to our Discord, join our Discord, and you'll find all of this stuff over in Current Setup. If you need help installing videos, visit our how-to videos. Video number 8 will teach you how to get these indicators installed. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'll post a link down here in the bottom. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch the other videos, comment on those videos, like those videos. It'll help keep the ratings up. I'm giving this stuff away for free. I think it's honestly the best indicators you're going to find for ThinkorSwim. I don't think anybody's ever tried to monitor stocks the way that we do. And that's by breaking it down into volume and price action. That's really all that matters. These indicators teach you volume and price action. That's the whole point of me creating them. This is how I used to trade in my mind, and I put it in an indicator, and it's easier to follow for everyone that way. If you haven't subscribed to our Discord channel, I'll put the link down there in the bottom. Subscribe to our Discord channel and head over to Current Setup to get these files. Well, nope, they're not in Current Setup. I still need to do that. My apology. But we still use the Current Setup. It's got V4 in it. That's been our real monster of an indicator. It works really good in Premarket. Today we're trying this out. We're going to learn it. This may take over that spot. So in Discord, you'll find lots of other channels. We have the general chat. That's for you to talk about anything. So let's try not to trash up the trading channels with information that doesn't belong in there. Keep your support questions over in support. Only talk about stocks in the stock channels. And please don't direct message me your support questions. I have lots that I have to keep up with already. I don't need to be troubled with the link is broken. So just post them over in support. Somebody will help you. Sometimes I'm too busy. We have plenty help over there that somebody will answer you if they know the answer. I appreciate everyone for joining us this morning, and don't trade off of my screen. That's one more thing. Sometimes I'm delayed, and delay can be quite extensive at times, and it could cost you money, so make sure you're set up on your own computer. Thank you for joining us this morning as we wait on the next volume spike stock to take off. Rich, this one is set up using the after hours thing that comes with ThinkorSwim. It works well, don't get me wrong, but I custom coded one that works a little bit better. But they do produce two different stocks sometimes. I guess mine's on it faster than this one's on it, and sometimes this one's on it faster than mine is on it, but they both work well, so I put both of them up there. Thank you very much, Miller Time Man. I try to do my best. My wife says I'm a perfectionist. I don't think I am. I just like things to work right. Since I'm a contractor, I can't stand a crooked picture on the wall. It has to be level. Figure that one out. Who loves lunatic? I'd love to discuss that with you off of the live stream. That could get extensive. You need me to do that after the live stream, I'll be willing to explain it to you. Good morning, Jimmy. So I hope everyone got the Dominator Master and the Swing Combo Master loaded over the weekend. And like I said, I apologize for the late changes on this Dominator Master. So if you haven't got the updated one, please do so. It's very critical that you're able to control how many bars you want to monitor. And you can do that if you go to Studies, Edit Studies. Click on the gear icon, and you can change this number to monitor 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars. Find your sweet spot. That's what it's all about. What works for you best? Henry, it is, and it's called All Stocks. The name of these scans will always be right there in the corner. There's no filters on this scan. It's just the price. And it's sorted by volume descending. Make sure you do that, or you'll just get A or B stocks. If you don't know what this column is, I think I failed to describe that earlier. When we had the breakthrough of this volume spike indicator, I was able to convert it into all kind of other tools to get much better accurate information. It's buyers and sellers, but it's not really buyers and sellers. It's volume rising with the price going up or volume rising with the price going down. That's how I created this indicator. And I applied it to this momentum scanner over here. And these numbers tell me over the last 30 minutes what stocks have been moving. So if they're just moving a little bit, they get a small number. If they move a lot, they start working their way up this ladder to the top, and you'll see this number increase. And if they have a volume spike, it'll pop in right beside them. It lets you know that this one's moving a little bit more, and there's that little green candle. So we know immediately which stocks have been moving over the last 30 minutes, and a percentage confirms that if other buyers come on board. So we have 304 viewers. Hit the like button for me, please. It helps me keep the channel going. I'm not charging anyone, but you can pay it forward by hitting the like button. SNGX taking off, one gigantic green candle. Around $1. Looks like it increased about 40 cents on the first candle. We'll be waiting on a pullback. Let's see if we can get one. If you get a long tail on the bottom of this red candle, that means the buyers are buying up what they're selling. There's the resistance line. Down here when this red candle closes, I am going to put a support line. And the entry's always on the support line, but don't be too anxious. Give it time to see if it's going to reverse and go back up so you don't get caught. This one's pulling back pretty far. We try to avoid the pump and dumps. Long tail on the bottom. They're buying it up. It's probably going to run up some more. The buyers are outnumbering the sellers, and there it goes. I never got a chance to set support. This line here, which is resistance, it may become the new support level. We'll see if they drive it up high enough. You can see the percentages down here. There are more buyers than sellers. Now I'm averaging over these two bars. So it looks like the sellers are keeping it down. They're going to drive it back down here to resistance, maybe down below it again. We need a support level down here. We don't want to chase green candles. You'll get burned on your money. Just like right here, you would have been lucky to get a nickel or 8 cents out of it. We want the bigger money. We want the run up is what we're looking for. I really wished it would have set a support level down here. We're just bouncing back and forth now. We may just battle this resistance line for a while. This one can't make up its mind. I will not take a position in it. So that's basically how it works. You saw the numbers pop up. It was up here on the very top. When it took off, it notified us this stock is moving. We go click on it. We check the volume. It had nice volume, but we didn't get a play on it. Robert Pro, that's a setting in ThinkorSwim. That's nothing I coded. I think it's over in settings and it says show trades. Maybe under the equities tab, maybe. This is why we get into watching these stocks and monitoring the support and resistance levels so we don't get caught in something like this. If you'd have bought a lot of shares, you would have had to quickly get out of it, and then you're stuck holding what's going to happen here. So we like to see a strong pullback and me be able to set a support level for the run up and breakthrough of that resistance level. So if it breaks through now and starts running, we need it to turn around and come retest this level for the next run up. Since this is a cheaper stock, it may not do that. It is going to run up a little bit more. Other people are now finding it. So if you bought it earlier, maybe your chance to get out and not get stuck. Or if you're brave, hold on for a little bit more. But there's no guarantee there, even though there could be now with the percentage label saying 76 and 23 or 27. We can monitor that activity now. Which direction is it going? And you can even get more precise if you change dominator to 1 and monitor only this candle. I prefer the 2. I want an average of the 2. That seems to be my sweet spot. Good job, Clyde. There's good volume in this stock. It just can't get anywhere. Good job, Mr. Rodriguez. Let's see, day trading for success. That guy's the millionaire trader that's been taking my scripts and renaming them. I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. But I don't care. I hope he gets use out of them. I think he calls one of my scripts this or that, as if I wouldn't know it was mine. But that's fine. I don't care. That just tells you they're working if other people are wanting to take them and use them. He could have changed it since I've seen it last. I haven't looked at that guy's site in 3 months. The reason I know people take them, even if they make them look different, is because they were never able to figure out this volume spike indicator. And to produce the data that we're producing, and for them to be able to do it also, I know that they got the source code. There's some coders over there as well, and they can change the look, but they would have never figured out this volume spike indicator. If they would have, they could have done it years ago. I think I was the only one to create it. But I hope they make a lot of money with it. I'm not jealous. I'm not mad. If they're that good, use them. I hope I help everybody out. Oh, you're talking about the new one here, down here. There is a volume indicator that looks like this, but this is not monitoring total volume. This is only monitoring the two candles. That's it. This is just past history of the kind of like what did it do in the past kind of thing. It's not the volume thing that looks similar to this. I think we also have that other volume bar indicator in TOS scripts. That's what I like about the ThinkorSwim community. It's everybody sharing everything. It's always been that way as long as I've known. I think that's what makes this platform stand out is everybody's able to share. And sharing is good. We're in a quiet zone, not much moving, just this one stock, and it struggled and pulled back. I'm pretty sure Dominator is going to be a preference thing, whatever works best for you. You could probably overlay those lines on top of this one if you want to do that and change the colors of them so that they show up. That way you could actually rock both of them at the same time. Oh, you lose the bubbles on the right? Okay. Man, I did notice something over the weekend. I was playing around with it. And when you go to a 5-minute chart and set that Dominator setting to 1, so it's only monitoring the 5-minute candle, you get a lot more stable buys and sells up here. They stay active a lot longer. So you may want to try a 5-minute chart and monitor this label. Of course, in on-demand, everybody's a winner. You're not pulling money out of your pocket. You can buy 1 million shares if you wanted. The trading is a lot different in real life. You can't spend that much money. You're only going to spend what you have in your account, and you're not even going to spend all of it. The old Dominator is current. It doesn't look back. It leaves a trail, but on the old Dominator with the lines, you're only monitoring the very end of those lines. The rest is history, just like this one. These don't matter anymore. Just that current bar. Pretty quiet morning this morning. And you guys don't like the like button. I'm only showing 194 likes, 350 viewers. I guess you don't want me to keep this going. You won't hit the like button. Make YouTube pay me. That's what you're doing. You're clicking the like button. You're keeping the ratings up. Let's keep this thing going for years. If you're only viewing the YouTube and you're not a member of our Discord, you'll see why we are one of the best communities out there. Everybody's helping everybody. Everybody shares information. Nobody's screaming and hollering and cussing. It's all about trading. Let's keep it that way. It's for trying to make money. It's not for arguing and showing your attitude. You have an attitude, you're probably not making money because your mindset's not in the right mind frame. Let's concentrate on business. That's what this is. It's a business. You are investing your hard-earned bucks. My job is to help you increase those bucks. Of course, I can't be responsible for you clicking the mouse button at the wrong time, but I can help you click it at the right time. I think BTTX, it moved a little bit last week. It's a cheap one. There would be resistance. This would be support. 26 to 30. Is it worth 4 cents? I don't think so, in my opinion. I think that one's trying to collect money instead of push it out. I think as this week progresses, the market may change a little bit. It may get a little bit stronger. We may get a few plays. As the days pass by, we need everybody to settle back in after the long week of Christmas and New Year's. Now they got to pay the bills, so what are they going to do? They're going to start investing again. Henry, it probably will be. It's been an awful couple weeks. Actually, it's been an awful month, really. But all we need is one a day, one good one every day. That's all I'm asking. Henry, I got to agree with you on that one. Don't assume it's going to go up, because that's where you lose your money. Don't say, I have to make money today. Oh, there's one click, and you lose a little. When there's not a trade, there's not a trade. Just accept the fact. Randy, I'm not in any trades, and if I am, I'm not in them very long, less than a minute sometimes 2 minutes. Thank you, Jimmy Noyd, for your donation. God bless you, brother. We have traders of all kinds here. Some of them like to buy and hold. They slowed things down with the daily charts and the 15 and 30-minute charts and the hourly charts. Most of us are scalpers, though. We like this quick, fast money, get out of the trade, and sit back on cash after each trade. We lock in our profits. We don't wait all day for them to happen. I prefer scalping, been doing it for lots of years. I don't like going to bed, waking up and being broke when I went to bed and I had money. That's why I don't buy and hold. Rob Farley, I have all kind of scans. Some of them do function off of the volume indicator. Some of them don't. So if you don't know who I am and you're new here, I trade stocks for a long time, since 1990, and I decided to give everything away and run strictly on a donation basis. I reached out to a lot of struggling investors who were not making any money when I was still making money, and I kept getting emails and messages of, what are you doing to stay in the market? And then I decided to put all this together and help everybody out. So donations help me keep it going. If I do you some good and you want to pay it forward, there's several ways to donate. You can click the $ down below where you type in the YouTube chat, then click Super Chat. You can name your price to donate, or you can donate through Patreon on Discord. That one is a monthly subscription, but you can choose anywhere between $5 a month to $30 if you want to keep the channel going. All donations are greatly appreciated. I'm in the hole for thousands getting this going. That wasn't my point. I will recover sooner or later. My main focus is helping out investors. The more I can help out, the bigger our community grows and the more powerful we become. Man, it's dead this morning. I kind of thought people would come back and start buying something, at least, not nothing. Something's better than nothing. Come on, people, where are they? Are we going to be stuck in this rut for another 11 months? I hope not. I'll take a look at SNGX up here. It's not really doing anything. It's kind of pulling back, selling off, or just actually it's channeling now. Channeling, squeezing, consolidating, whatever you want to call it. FSR and SGN, I'll take a look at them. FSR, no volume. SGN, and no volume. Here's one popping down here while I'm talking and looking the other direction. LBPH, nice price range. Let's see if we can get a resistance and support level set. This is why I like my coded pre-market scanner. Looks like they're going to buy a little bit more here. It's not going to give us a pullback yet. Nice money in this stock. I don't have the bid. I need to put this up here. I don't have the bid spread in the ask. I just noticed it was gone. I will wait till after this stock. I'll bet you this is a high spread stock, though. Really going. It's paying dollars here. Usually when they have that much money, they also have a high spread. They want to take that profit from you on your entry and exit. And just remember that high spread costs you going in and coming out. There we go. I got it up there now. You can enter that manually. That label is also in TOS scripts if you want to get it. This one's paying the dollars, $11 up to $14.72. That spread's not too bad. This is how I base it. If it's paying dollars, I'll probably sometimes bite if it's 25-cent spread. But it has to be a strong upward run. This one did have a good run. So sometimes it's best to give up a little on a high spread if you can overcome it. Let's see if we get a pullback. I'm going to set resistance here. I'm sure other people are going to find this stock. They didn't probably find it as fast as we did. All right, there's the, well, maybe not. We may be getting another red candle here. Nope. It's going to go up a little bit. Let's see, 1403 to possibly 1544 if it starts going up. Looks like volume is slowing down. Let's see if we get the pullback play here back up to 1544. Or does it fail? There it goes. It's trying. There it is. It broke through 1544. That was a perfect pullback. Now running up again. Retesting 1544. I would get out if I were you. Should have picked up $1 gain on that. You could get more, of course, if you held on, but we're scalpers. Good job, Dana. Good job, Trump. Good job, Jimmy. Good job, Aaron. Good job, Dusty. Good job, Ron. Good job, Robert Pro. Good job, Trader 22. Wasn't that a beautiful play? It gave you time to get in. Good job, Scott. George, you may have to get out of YouTube and get back in, or try to set the resolution on your video. Good job, Gregster Trades. That was beautiful. I love it when it works like that. That's why I say just give me one good one. Thank you, Lord. Got to pay attention to these volume spikes. I promise you, this is where the money is. I almost didn't see it in time. I just happened to look up, and there it was. I was reading the chat. I got to quit doing that. So happy New Year's to the first good play of the year. Martina, make sure that you right click on the name in the column, edit formula. Make sure that this include extended hours session is checked. Then click apply and OK. And I believe you have to do the same thing on Momo. Go to right click on it, edit formula, and make sure extended hours is checked. If they're not checked, it's not going to do what mine are doing. I'd like to see it come back down to 1644 and retest this level. Don't chase it here. You'll probably get stung if you do. It was down here on the custom. The one I coded, it really jumps out there quickly and finds them. I'm pretty sure I have this V-spike coded into this scan. I think that's going to be the difference between the two. You do not need to load extended hours every day. Once you select it, it'll stay there. If you're not set up for pre-market trading, there's a video on that in how-to videos. If you're not set up correctly, you cannot trade pre-market. But you're going to have to go watch the video. I don't do support on these trading sessions. If I can answer a simple question, I don't mind doing that, but I can't walk you through things on the live trading session. Martina, are you paper trading or on demand? That's probably the reason. You're live? That's something you're going to have to talk with me later on. Sounds like you're a little buggy. Maybe try reloading one of them and checking extended hours again and see if it works. Good job, Henry. Martina, did you right-click on the name in the watch list column and edit formula? You should have this. There's no reason for that not to appear. You have to right-click on the name in the watch list column, edit formula, and check the box on both the Momo and the volume spike. There you go. That might be the best alternative. Was a nice bounce. It's playing between the levels here for $1. This is why I don't like doing support. I missed this run. I could have made some more off of it. Good job, Trader 22. AVXL, Gregster says. Looks like a big sell-off. Doesn't look like we're going to get a return on that one anytime soon. The volume is dead. It could get a bounce. Probably not for very high after a sell-off that long. That's correct, OT. I'll take a look at Mara. That's been a very profitable stock for a lot of people. Probably trying to head back to that $30 range. So this is the perfect scenario that you want to see. You want to see two green lines crossing just like that and an arrow pop in. If one of these lines are purple when the green crosses above it, it's not as good of a play as two green lines crossing. Two green lines crossing, very powerful run up. AVXL, is it moving up? Let's see. Grexter's pretty good at what he calls out. I suggest you pay attention to what he says. Maybe I need to teach myself that. So if you're not familiar, Gregster and River Place Dad, they run the trading floor. They do their due diligence on stocks, and they post them when the good ones pop up. It's a good thing to visit our trading floor and watch them throughout the day. And over in Options Trader, we have It's Me Bob. He's the guy that does options over there. He holds a live stream like I do once or twice a week when he gets time. If you like options and want to get a little bit more deeper into it, watch his live streams. We may see another run up from this support level up to this resistance level. Or it could be over. Don't take my advice for it. I'm just monitoring just like you are. You can see there's a double crossover of these green lines again with the arrow. So if you're new here and you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. Let's keep this thing going strong. Keep my ratings up on YouTube. Pay it forward like I did. I'm giving it all away. At least you could give me a like, couldn't you? Sonia, if you're not aware, I did put out two indicators, the Swing Combo Master and the Dominator Master. That's what's on the screen here. You're running the Combo Master and you only have one line. I don't know what to tell you. SGN, let's see what we got. $1.55 to 160. It's only a nickel. We are getting a pullback. Let's see what happens. Is it going to be a pullback or a sell-off? That's what we need to determine. Long tail on the bottom. These are buyers down here. They're buying up what they're selling. Now they're selling more than they're buying. It did close. Let's see if we get a bounce from 164 to 169. Boy, that was quick. Uh-oh. It's not over yet. Not looking good according to Dominator Master. That's why I don't like low volume stocks. It only takes one person to sell to drop the candle down. You always need to monitor this current volume bar. If it's not moving, it's not worth it. Pullover bears, I'm not looking for a number. I'm looking for volume flow. I want to see these numbers really moving. Pre-market, most stocks don't have any volume unless news comes out or unless investors find it and start pumping it up. So it's not a specific number. It's that this number is moving fast and rising. HLTH, I'll check it out. There's nothing else to look at. HLTH. Very cheap stock. We're back to that volume thing. The volume numbers are not moving. Got to remember, you don't want to just find these stocks that you're trying to guess if it's going up or not. If the buyers and sellers are not here, there's no reason to even be watching it. That's another one with no volume, VYGR. We don't want to try to guess the next candle. Yes, it does look good. It looks promising, but there's no volume. WULF. It does have some volume, not a whole lot, but it does have some, maybe a good early entry. It sold off quite a bit from earlier pre-market. I'm not expecting it to go too far, but I could be wrong. It may come back up to $1.06 and retest that level. $1.25 stock here, IINN. Looks like it sold off half of that candle almost. Volume is low on it, so be careful. It's not a play, in my opinion. Not a lot of traffic. Go over to RIVN, Rivian, very popular stock. Nice pop up here on Rivian. It's showing up on the all stock scan and not the other pre-market scanners. That's why we run multiple. Let's see if we can hit a resistance and support level. Looks like the volume died for some reason. Whoa, that's why we watch them closely for pullbacks. Saw a lot of that on our last trading session, a big green candle and a bigger red one right behind it. That's the reason we don't just buy green candles right there. We wait for the pullbacks and get in. Our money is pretty much guaranteed. This is not guaranteed. We did not get a pullback. We got a pump and dump. So if you're still chasing green candles, this is why you're negative in your account. Took me many years to give that up. I did it myself. MARA. I think Mara is in that state where the investors are saying, yeah, maybe I'll try it here. Not a whole lot of volume. RIOT, low volume, LBPH. Uh-oh. Must have typed it in wrong. That one sold off. Yes, it did, Robert Pro. I was looking up for the 7 o'clock hour and it was 7:30. I'll say, wow. So LBPH was our 7 o'clock play. Time is flying this morning. Trading like this, it kind of reminds me of a speeding ticket I got way back in the days. I was actually clocking the traffic, so I was in a group of cars that was all traveling the same speed. Next thing I know, I get a state trooper on me, and he's pulling me over for speeding. And all I was doing was trying not to cause the traffic jam. I was clocking the traffic. And I asked him, I said, why didn't you pull everybody over? Why was it just me? And he said, well, son, you ever been duck hunting? I said, yes, sir. And he said, you ever shot into a flock of ducks and only got one? You're that duck. I left it alone after that. That's kind of like we're doing here. We're waiting for that one duck to fly over. It's kind of like the military saying, hey, we're looking for drivers today. Who wants to be a driver? And everybody raises their hand, and they end up driving a wheelbarrow all day long. Back into that quiet zone, not much moving this morning. We did have a couple of plays, though. We had a beautiful pullback play on this stock. You're welcome, OT, and Happy New Year's to you as well. I think this year I had to say Happy New Year's to a lot more people than last year. Try responding to everybody. Almost 3,400 of you, Happy New Year's. Joel, I think we're working on 8 months. I hope so, Joel. Donations been quite slow, but it's understandable. I mean, everybody, we were in the holiday season. We're in bad market conditions. We're still finding the winners. Hopefully everything will turn around and we'll move forward and keep going. I'm never going to give up. You know that. I think my biggest downfall is Windows 11. It causes me more headaches than anything. No, I think I'm going to convert over to Linux. I run Linux on my other systems. I don't have any issues ever. Like this morning, I boot up Windows 11 and one of my monitors is distorted. Or I'll be in the middle of something and it throws and even though I have don't update selected, I still get updates. It's like it's ignoring me. And it'll happen sometimes in the middle of my session. Thank you, Fun Human. Your donations greatly appreciated, and God bless you. I'm actually a Linux guy. I know all about Linux. And if I don't, I have a nephew who's a master at it. He actually works for a lot of these bigger companies as tech support for them. So if I can't figure it out myself, he definitely can. Henry, I don't need to take on anything else I need to learn. I'm over my head already. I already know Linux. That will be my choice. SNGX is up there at resistance. Let's see if it can break through. Henry, is that an application that tries to take the bugs out of Windows? Okay. Because I tried that file that says this is Windows 11 and you supposedly loaded and it takes out all the bloatware and that kind of stuff. It just caused more issues for me. I'm aware of Chris Titus's stuff. SNGX broke through resistance. Going to have to run up and set a new support level for me to be interested in it, and it's kind of a cheaper stock. I probably won't buy it. Let's see if we get another resistance level up here, and let's see if this one becomes support. Lots of volume on this stock. This is what I'm talking about, a good volume. You can see the flow continually going. You can see all them sellers right here in this bar. Now we need a big green one. So the average between these two bars is still negative. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the precision swing scan, it's also monitoring a lot of stocks if you're not paying attention to it. Precision swing scan. And as far as that goes, so is the Momo scan, and so is Magic Scan. I'm watching all of these scans, and they're all firing up when something moves. Precision Swing Pro, Momo Scan, Magic Scan, and the Dominator crossover is firing up on this one. So this stock here is on All Stock Scan. It's on Premarket Riser Custom. It's on the All Stocks. It's on Dominator Crossover. It's on Precision Swing Scan. It's on the Momo Scan. It's on the Magic Scan. Pullover bears, I'll buy a cheaper one if there's enough volume, but mostly I trade between $5 and $50 a share. But pre-market kind of makes me go beyond my bounds. Like if we have a $2 or $3 stock, we've made some good profits on them in pre-market. So I buy them as well. But if it's under $1, that's rare, very rare that I will buy it. Sometimes very rare I buy one if it's under $2. See you later, Mr. Rodriguez. Have a blessed day. Patiently waiting. If you're new here, we're watching this volume spike indicator for anything that takes off. Once we see these percentages all of a sudden start rising, we click on them and check them out. This is AHG. It did have a high up here of $1.06, and it has pulled back to here at 89 cents. It's probably going to get a bounce back up to $1.06. It's low volume, so I don't play these at all, and I suggest you don't play them either because there's no telling where it's going. It just takes one seller to knock that out. Too risky, stay away. Jerry, it's not a number. I want to see these numbers. I want to see volume, lots of volume flow. I want to see lots of people buying and selling, not just a couple of buyers here and there. Thank you, David, for your donation. God bless you, brother. SNGX trying again. This is volume flow right here. You can see it's steadily moving. It's not hesitating. This is what makes it safe to get in. This assures you that you can get in and get out safely. LBPH, they're saying, is broke out. I wouldn't call that a breakout. That's a retest of resistance or of support. I said that wrong. LBPH crawling right back up to that 1544. So good call, Henry. You deserve the credit. The spread has come down on this stock. You can see right here who's dominating this candle. If you're new here, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'll put the link down there in the chat. Watch my videos. Watch how we got to this point. It's very interesting how we grew. If you want to get these files, you got to join our Discord. I'll put the link down there in the chat. Join our Discord. Everything is free. There's no reason for you not to join. You can find all of these files on our Discord channel. You can also find support, talk to other investors, and join our very profitable community. We have beginners, we have experts. We're not your typical group. We're not going to get mad at you. We want you to succeed just like we succeed. So give it a shot. To tell you how much we've grown, I remember starting this live stream with 3 people, me and 2 friends. Now we're almost 3,500 strong. SNES made a bump up here to $1.44. Let's see if we get a pullback on it. There's that closed candle. Let's see if we run back up to 144 and break through. Retesting $1.37, now running up. Not enough money there for me, too cheap of a stock. Volume is somewhat low. It is moving, but not like I like to see it. I want to see high volume flow. And it's pausing. That's why I like high volume flow. Joel, I am profitable. I'm trading off camera. AJ, I've answered that question 3 or 4 times already this morning. It's not a number. It's high flow of volume. You want to see these numbers really ticking away and not pausing. It's kind of like turning the faucet on and it's only dripping, and then turning the faucet on all the way and it's really flowing. That's what I want to see here in these numbers. I want to see them really flowing. This buyers and sellers up here, it's monitoring the entire volume of this stock. It's letting you know that in the entire volume, if there's more buyers or sellers at the current time. You notice when the volume's flowing high and the stock is rising, it will say buyers here. Dollar stock did break out. It did give us a pullback under low volume. Yeah, I'm going to take a 10-minute break here. I shall return shortly. All right, I am back. So about 8:25, we will change our scans over to the 50-minute and to the high flyers. And I'll probably put magic scan over here on this one. Probably can do that one now. And don't compare yours to mine. I'm playing around with mine. I'm testing numbers. Never fails. I go take my break, everything goes up. When I'm walking back to my office, it all starts going down. It's okay. I have lots of ammunition. I'll be swinging at them today. I'll catch the ones I can. Be back in a couple more minutes. I got one more thing I forgot to do. All right. So if y'all want me to leave, I can, and y'all will all make a nice profit today. You wouldn't believe how many times that happens. So I'm going to explain to you guys what this magic scan's doing. I'm going to probably update it today. And the reason I'm going to update it is I'm going to add an input to it so you can also change the numbers without going into the code. Let me uncheck some of these thumbtacks over here so I can get on top. Well, maybe I'll get on top. There we go. So in the magic scan, I have my numbers set at 1 and 20. And I'll probably change this to 5 and 50. I haven't played with it yet. Got my volume at 1 million. But in this code, let me pull that up here. If you look at your code, yours probably says 1 and 2000. So what it's looking for is it's looking at that one current candle. And that one candle is reflected down here as far as the range. So I want to know if any stock all of a sudden has 30,000 shares traded. Or you can change this to 50,000 shares. In other words, find me all of the stocks breaking out. So I'm going to code in this section of the script as an input so you can click the gear icon and play around with the numbers right here. Make sure you're on 1 and 1. And play around with these numbers, and you can use it as a momentum scanner that only produces the stocks that are really breaking out. That's why I created it. I wanted to find another alternative for finding breakout stocks, and that's how I did it. Once I update it, I will put out a message, of course. But the way you have it is also fine. It'll work just like you have it. You don't have to change anything. I'm just trading, practicing, exploring different numbers. And it looks like I lost my YouTube. Let me see if I can find you back. It's not going to give it to me. Where did you go? All right, I got you back. No, I don't. Now I've got a reverb. Why does it always get me right here at market startup? All right, I'm back again. So magic scan, I'm going to change over to the 50-minute up here. and high flyers down here. Magic Scan will work all the time. I am Robert. So if you haven't been here for market open, this column's going to get very volatile. You won't be able to tell heads from tails. I'll be also monitoring the other scans as well. I try to focus on the first 1 to 3 stocks up here at the top. Kind of like the same thing we do in pre-market, but there's going to be numerous stocks doing the same thing, so you're going to have to make your best educated guess as to which one you're going to play. I won't be able to watch all of them, just like you can't, so I'll put you on my prayer list as market opens, and hopefully we'll come out at the end with a blessing. I like waiting on the market to calm down, playing the swing ups and swing downs all day long. Good job, Curtis. LBPH is taking off prior to market open. Be ready for a pullback here before the bell rings. They're not going to lose their profits when the bell rings. They will be taking them up here before the bell rings. If they don't take them, then it's really going to probably go into a halt after market opens. But that halt's probably going to be like $1.80 up before it halts. So possibility of some good profits if you can get out before the halt. We'll probably watch this one at market open. It was this morning's strongest stock, so why not? So we don't have live in where? On Discord. What is going on? Am I correct? We don't have video on Discord? Somebody reply in YouTube, please. All right, I'm going to change over to the options channel. That's the only way I can get out of it. I don't know why Discord's been crashing. All right, Discord's back up. Head over to the options stage. That's where it's going to be. I don't know why Discord all of a sudden became buggy. It's kind of like we upgraded to the more viewers and the bugs came with it. You would think if I paid, it would improve it, but no. Now that they got the money, they don't care, I guess. So if you didn't hear me change channels in Discord, head over to the options stage. I'm going to go ahead and set this level here on LBPH. There's a pullback I told you before the bell that's going to happen. We have about 2 minutes to go. Good luck to everyone. Be careful when market opens. Make sure that you pick the right one. Try not to chase green candles. I know some of you still do. I guess one day when you get hit hard enough, you'll quit, just like me. Wait for the pullbacks. Play the pullbacks. They're a lot safer investment. You're welcome, Robert. So at market open, if LBPH takes off, I'm going to be marking resistance level and playing the pullback. I'll set a support level for the bounce back up. If you haven't watched us play pullbacks, you will realize they are very profitable. They're very safe investments. To me, that's the only way to go. I prefer not chasing a green candle. I've learned my lesson a long time ago. I know it's like leaving money on the table, and I should have bought, but at least I'm not saying I shouldn't have bought. Good luck as we open this market. There's the volatility I speak of. Watching for it to pump up here. This is where I don't chase. Nice green bar down here in the dominator. The odds are looking good. We need this candle to close before I can set a resistance level. Nice odds down here in the label. There are profit takers here. That's the wick on the top. So be careful. I'm not going to set this level. It's probably going to continue for a little bit longer. Probably going to retest 1927. Definitely red now. That's why I don't chase them right there. It's going to come down, maybe retest 1772. The play could be between these two levels. That's why I love pre-market. We don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. Now there's millions of people affecting our good trades. This faster swing line keeps turning to magenta color at the top. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see that. You can see the color change. So it's going to pull back. Nothing shining brightly yet. Retesting 1772. Hopefully it holds here for the run back up to 1927. Watching this label for the turnaround. Pretty much 54.42. That's a tight numbers there. Not really a big spread in those numbers. You can see the buyers are above the sellers just by a little bit over here. You'll see the red one pop in below them. That tells me the two lines are pretty close together on the older dominator. Good job, Mark. No. Any profit is good profit. I was kind of hoping for a bounce here on LBPH and pick up a few thousand shares, but it doesn't look like it's going to give it to me. Now both lines are purple. Maybe getting the turnaround here. Let's see if we can go back up to 1927. I'm seeing little flashes of green. Can it do it? Thank you, Trump, for that donation. God bless you. Bob Farley, some of them do. I'm pretty sure the swing indicators do. It's trying right here. There it goes. It finally broke out back up to this 1927 as I predicted. And breaking through 1927. I don't know if I would chase it at this point. We do have a resistance level right here. It would have been a lucky guess down there at the bottom. That breakout was no warnings whatsoever. I kind of knew it was going to break out, but I wasn't certain. That's why I didn't click off of it. And it looks like that's all we're going to get was that bounce between support and resistance. So 2 good pullbacks this morning. That's more than I thought we were going to get. This one, of course, you'd have had to make a lucky guess on. Good job, D. Any profit's good profit. Seeing 2 green lines now. They're not turning up yet, so that shows weakness. They're just kind of parallel and horizontal. Maybe we're going to channel between these 2 numbers and we can continue to play the bounces off of 1772. Thank you, Malik, for your donation. God bless you. Headed back down to 1772 for a retest. Hitting that 1772 now. Do we get a bounce back up? Hopefully we hold this level up. Not looking like it. It may come back up there. I see the buyers on the bottom with the bottom wick. Right down here are the buyers. So we may get another bounce. Looks like we are holding that price zone. Looks like the buyers are coming in. I'm watching the label. It keeps fluctuating. Pretty strong support level right here at 1772. Two purple lines, you got to be cautious when those lines are purple and turning down. We need buyers. If we don't have the buyers, we're not going to go back up. Now pulling through, broke through support. If it turns into resistance, then we're going to probably go down to another level. Needed to get back up here on the top of that support line. VYGR making a run up. Thank you, Jay Hart. Let's see if we can get a pullback play on it. Looks like it's getting weak with these taller wicks on the top. Them are sellers. It's probably just profit takers. Now we have an undecided candle. Wicks on the top and the bottom. Getting a pullback. Let's see if we can get this candle to close down here somewhere. I'd like to see it pull down and close this candle. It's not going to. The buyers are stepping in. That's this long wick on the bottom. We may run up a little bit more and not close a red candle for support. Might break through 1107 here. We did. Nice big green candle. I should have bought down here. I keep saying I'm going to buy these long tails at the bottom, and I never do. And I lose money. I leave it on the table. Could have been an easy play. So whenever we get a turnaround and it looks like it's going to give us a pullback, but you get a long wick on the bottom, that's an indication to get in. Good 50-cent candle there. Good job, Jay Hart. So whenever I can't set a support level and you see a long tail on that red candle just buying up everything they're selling, that's an indication to maybe take an entry. Well, I'm happy to see we didn't have such a sluggish start this morning. We did have the opportunity. Thank the man upstairs for that. Praise God. I thought it was going to be a dead morning. I really did. Yeah, it was down lower on the scan. It was way down here. Looks like it's headed back down there. PNST. Too many purple lines for me. Maybe getting a pullback here on SNES. Looking more like a sell-off, though. Not very much on this one, maybe 6 cents if it bounces up. This candle did close. I'm going to mark it. Let's see if we can stay above it. You can see how safe playing these pullbacks is. There was no fear here. It did give you the 6 or 7 cents. Not a whole lot of money, but a pretty good play. CDIO steadily crawling up. This is one of the high flyer picks. These stocks are pretty strong. If you don't know what high flyers is, the moving averages are stacked. And when I say stacked, the 5 is over the 13. 13 is above the 21. The 21 is above the 34. And the price is above the 5. So that's what these scans are. They're very powerful stocks. They usually creep up for quite some time during the day. As long as the moving averages are stacked, they're steady rising. And on these stocks, you only get a little red candle. You don't get the big red ones because they're pretty good about trending upwards. So Magic Scan told me there was more than 30,000 shares traded in a candle, and that's proven right here. I could probably up that number if I want to eliminate some of this other maybes that are down here. If I went to 50,000, this is what I'm testing, or maybe 80,000. Market's calming down now. LBPH holding that 1772. I'm looking at it on another chart. It's down here in the Magic Scan. This is why I like it. Not liking the wick on the top on this candle. So far, 1772 seems to be a good level for support on LBPH. It could go back up later. Probably a good one to keep an eye on. Need both of those swing lines to turn green and turn up north. CDIO, this is the one we were looking at earlier. It's still holding strong. CCCC, we played this over the last month. It's moving up. You're welcome, Henry. These stocks that hit the high flyer scan, you have to play them differently. You pretty much have to try to catch the bottoms. I always say buy the short red candles. That's the safest play. Because if you bought this one, it will probably give you a red one where you should have got in. Hollywood, you should have told us that you were getting out and we would have all bought. It's kind of like me leaving for my break. Definitely strong. It's not pulling back. It's on a good angle, good 45-degree angle, and slowly rising under low volume. But too long for me to hold on to a stock. I don't like those kind at all. MDV, I do play them multiple times if I get the chance. That's why I was watching LBPH for the bounces between the support and resistance levels. MMA, I'll take a look at it while we watch Slow Crawler CCC. I don't see an MMA. You must have missed a number there, a letter. mRNA, that makes sense. mRNA is over here in high flyers, so that's why it's doing the slow crawl with these little red candles. They back out a little bit so we can see a little more. There you go. You're welcome, 5-star. We played POL recently. There's the support and resistance levels already set. It is halted up there at the top resistance level. So if you take a look at the stocks in this list, that one's halted, that one's up, and it even says it's up. I'm just kidding. That one's up, next one down, that one's up, next one down. That one's up, that one's up, that one's up, this one's up. Pretty good list of stocks to watch. POL resumed and shooting up. They hit the 997. Well, it already tested 997 and pulled back. We have multiple levels from playing this stock already posted. Breaking through 997. Or let me read that. Yeah, 997. Headed up to 1045 probably. Broke through 1045. Heading up to 1072. Let's see if we can make it there. This would be chasing halts. This is something I don't do. Selling off now. Looks like we might get a bounce here. It's kind of in between levels, though. Be careful of the spread on this one. It may get you. Nice bounce from 997 to 1072 and halted. So take a look at the swing indicator. It gave an entry signal way back here. And it continued to go through two halts. Of course, you'd have had to have been watching it the whole time. And back here, it wasn't moving. It did not draw your attention. But I'm pretty sure it started hitting the scans about in this area somewhere. We do have one, Hamrick. We do have the swing crossover scan. Swing combo up and down right here. So this scan's monitoring both shorts and longs. You'll have to pick out which one that you want. That one crossed down. That one's crossing down. That one's crossing down. That one's crossing down. And that one's crossing down. So there's no upswings. Or there's no upward crossovers, in other words. DOGZ, I saw several of you posting it. I'll take a look at it. DOGZ. Very low volume, 80,000 shares traded on the last candle. Not my kind of volume. And it's pretty volatile. It's coming up and pulling back hard when it comes up. So it may come back down here. POL seems to be the leader stock this morning. Resumption on POL. Still going higher. I guess if you want this one, you have to chase it. Tall wick on the top. Two tall wicks on the top. That's not a good sign. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines and let's clean it up a little bit. See if we can monitor it a little bit better. So we had a level here, one here, one up here, one down here, and one up there. That's easier reading for me. Good job, back road bound. And you're welcome. If you're leaving, goodbye. God bless you. I have about 10 minutes to go before I get out of here. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, I highly suggest you do. Come over here and learn with us, especially if you're struggling and you need a different way to trade. I can give you one. We've got some great indicators. Watch the YouTube videos, like the YouTube videos, comment on them, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing, and it helps keep the ratings up and keep this for free. So if you haven't liked them, like the videos for me, comment on the videos. If you haven't joined our Discord channel, here's the link to our Discord. We'd love to have you on board with us. There's over, I think we're probably bumping 3,500. Maybe we crossed that already. I don't know if we did or not. I haven't looked. But over in Discord, you'll find all of these indicators. They're all free. There's thousands of dollars worth of indicators. And I'm giving them away so that you can be successful. You can come here and watch me trade every day of the week that's not a holiday from 6 o'clock Central Standard Time till 9:30 each morning. I don't teach you how to trade. I teach you how to use my indicators. That's what I do. The trading part comes on you. But these indicators do help you make better trades if you come here and you observe how we use them. We have some very powerful tools. If you don't believe me, come show up a few times every morning. You'll see the difference. I appreciate each and every one of you that showed up this morning. It was a good start to the new year, and there's a good pop-up right there for POL, and didn't hold though, but it's popping. It's running between the levels. Now we broke through 1165. Running up to 1250. Good thing I cleaned up the pullback chart, or we would have never known. I wished I would have played this pullback right here. It was nice and mellow and calm. But they only happen when I leave or when I'm talking, rattling my mouth. So I need to click the button, start talking. That might be a new strategy. Lots of buyers here. Not real strong though, but lots of buyers. Have great volume flow. Good job, Rich. So over on YouTube, if you can't find the live sessions, make sure you hit the bell icon. That's the one that's going to notify you when we go live or when I put out a new indicator. If you didn't hear me earlier, we run on donations only. If I've done you some good and you want to pay it forward, you can make a donation down there in the chat box. Just click the $sign and hit Super Chat and name your price. Or you can donate monthly over on Discord by hitting the Patreon button and selecting the amount there. All the money goes right back into it, helps me recover what I spent to get this going, pays for some of my time to create all of these indicators. And as I rattle my jaw, you'll notice every stock in the world goes up. You'll notice they go up when I take a break. Maybe you should write that down as a strategy on your notepad. Francisco, it's over in TOS scripts. You'll see it in there. It says bid-ask spread. POL supporting the gains here. That's a good thing about this stock. We have a few profit takers every now and then before the next run up. Still continuing to go. This last pullback went from 1069 all the way up to 1292. SoftMec, watch the... Well, I just lost YouTube again. I hate Windows. I promise you I hate it. I don't know if you can still hear me, but I'm trying to get back to you. All right, I'm back. Francisco, I don't have time to go look for numbers. You're going to have to do a little bit of work and find it. But it is in TOS scripts. And you're very welcome. You're welcome, Francisco. Thank you, Joseph, for your donation. God bless you. You too, Joseph. God bless you. I'm using Firefox as default. Sometimes I use the Avast browser. I do use several strategies. I don't stick to one setup. I have two of them running. The other one running is V4. I kind of love V4. It's there for the good. Lots of success in V4. This one's kind of new. We're still putting it all together. I think we're there. Now we just need to learn it. Thank you for joining us, Rob. we can definitely find the movers. We're good at that. Especially with all the members that can find the good ones. All right, guys, my time is up. I thank you for joining me this morning. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And as always, God bless you. If you need help, I'll be available in about 30 minutes. I'm going to take a short break here, and then I'll be back. So have a good one, and God bless, and goodbye.